What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Whatever We Want podcast. And yes, as always, as you always see your boy's face, I am Jazz, or you can call me Super Jazz SJJT,
Super Jazz.
as nature intended. Super Jazz SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And of course, I am always joined by the other hosts of this show.
Yes, that's right. You know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent Omari Ellis Fail Grande on YouTube, Pete on the show, if you ask Jazz, and I am here for a big bro living. And I understand. If you ask quite a few people, but only a few people, you know what I'm saying. I'm here too.
Yes, and like I say, everybody, this is the Whatever We Want podcast where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not lead this conversation. This conversation leads us, and we let these chips fall where they Afroman.
Yes, I've seen the trial of that.
That's what we were about to talk about. Yes,
That's
I
fine.
wanted to talk about. Oh shit! So you know
Well, I've
about.
seen highlights from it, but yes, I know of it.
Well, right. I doubt anybody has watched the entire trial. But you know about the Afro Man trial.
Mm-hmm.
So for y'all listening, watching, who may not know what's going on, so Afro Man, who made the song, the big smash hit of the early 2000s, because I got high, I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high. You know all that shit. Da 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 da. They got stupid huge, and the lesser known but still pretty big hit. Coke 45 and two zigzags, baby. That's all we need. So
All
Afro
right.
Man, fast forward to how many years after that hit dies down, 2022, someone, some informant, anonymous informant.
Informant.
You don't say that. I mean, don't mean not gonna play. I actually know what he says in the chorus for a second. Anyway,
Look at boom boom
um,
down.
yeah, well, say that at me, snow me not gonna play it anyway. Uh, but no. So an informant tipped off the Ohio Police Department. I forget exactly what city it was, but tipped off the Ohio Police Department for said city he's staying in that he was harboring narcotics, drug trafficking, and had several many kidnapping victims. So since they got this tip, they decided that they wanted to raid Afro Man's house. Now that's understandable if you got a tip from a credible source, according to you, that somebody was, had several many narcotics, was drug trafficking, and had kidnapping victims, then yeah, you would break the gate to drive into their place. You would break down the door. You would go through all their shit.
Unless they're Diddy, then you wait 30 years and give them 4 months. Anyway.
I wish I disagreed. Um, but so with Avro Man, so they raid his place. They do all this shit. They find nothing. They literally find like nothing to help said case because whoever informed them was wrong with a capital W, capital R, wrong about whatever they were informing them about. So Afro Man goes to the people back in 2022. He goes to the people, the police department, and he's like, "Yo, why'd y'all kick down my door? Oh, okay. Well, y'all had a tip that I was, doing all these activities. Okay, well, damn. Well, now that you know I'm not and you found no evidence to support the claim, can you give me some money to help me fix my door and help me, fix my gate and recur some of these damages and going through my stuff? Hell nah, bruh. Our bad, but figure it out, bitch. Like that's pretty much what they said. And he was like, I'm a tax-paying American and I don't harm anybody or anything like that. I do nothing wrong. Can you help me with any of this? We
Yeah.
said no. Leave us the fuck alone. So Afro Man, being the rapper and even more so the comedic fucking genius that he is, he had the security cam footage of them raiding his place, and he said, "Well, damn, these motherfuckers won't help me, and I don't like this. So I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna blast them out for the bullshit they did, as well as put it on YouTube, hopefully get these views to rack up, make some money off of it to fix all the damages and everything like that. So what Afro Man did, whatever man did was he made several many low budget music videos that he put up on his YouTube channel. And when I say several many, I mean the man probably put up like 8, 9, 10 of these motherfucking videos. Several many videos. And some of them go on for 11 minutes and 20 minutes. There was like one, I watched them all except I think maybe two. And one I got like halfway through, but it was 20 minutes. I didn't finish it. Yeah. I was like, yeah. But he made videos basically calling out the police department as a whole and then calling out the cops individually. And he made such hits as "Will you help me repair my door? Will you help me repair my door?" I don't know if this is the lyrics, but it might as well have been. "Do you even know what you were looking for? Will you help me repair my door?" And they were like, he like has them on security cam footage breaking
Yeah,
his
breaking the door.
breaking the door.
Lemon cake cop or whatever, or Officer Pound
Oh,
Cake.
oh, we're gonna get there
Oh, okay.
because that's a big hit. But they were like going in his suit. And he's like, "Are there any kidnapping victims inside my suit pockets?" While they're digging in his suit pockets, "Are there any kidnapping victims inside my suit pockets? You crooked cops need to stop it." This shit was funny. He did Officer Pound Cake, Lemon Pound Cake, which was in the style of Under the Boardwalk. And
Mm.
this got fucking huge. He's limb. So there's on security cam footage. One of the cops is in his kitchen walking by a cake dish, complete with the cover and everything. And he just so happens to be a bigger dude, and he walked by the pound cake and happened to take a second glance at it. So Afro Man made a whole song talking about lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock, lemon pound cake. He's trending on TikTok, lemon pound cake. He he blasts these motherfuckers out something ridiculous. Lance
Hmm.
Walters is a son of a bitch. That's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. That's fucking hilarious. Lick 'em low, Lisa. This one officer, like Lisa. I guess she looked a little more manly than whatever. So he made this whole thing, lick 'em low, Lisa, eating pussy like pizza. Like this dude, he said, "You know what? Fuck
She
y'all."
gonna eat your wife's pussy too. Shit.
Yeah, she went down on my spouse. Like, what the fuck? What do you say? Sean Grooms fucks. What do you say? Fucks addicts in hotel rooms or some shit. Because he was talking about Sean Grooms was fucking like all the addicts that he was busting or some shit. So it was like, and then every time that they would like show on the video that he was supposed to be fucking the people, they would show some shit stained draws. Afro Man didn't give a fuck, so he blasted them out hard, hard fucking core. And the officers who raided the man's house, even though they were wrong to do so, broke his gate, his door, went through all his shit, recurred none of the money, stole money from the man because he said that he had about $5,000 in cash, and they took the $5,000 and he was like, "Yo, can I get the money?" First of all, he had to ask for the money instead of him giving it back. "Can I get the money?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, my bad. Here's the money." And they gave it back to him, and it was $4,600. And he's like, "Yo, this is $400 short." Oh, the police department made a miscount. So they did all this shit. So he blasts him out like that. It actually got pretty popular, and they have the nerve to hit this man with a fucking what's the name, defamation lawsuit.
Yeah.
Talking about he's defaming them and he's making them look bad. And Officer Pound Cake or whatever his name is talking about people have been sending him pound cakes. Shit. And I just gotta say, man, look, you can understand if you like I said, you can understand if you have an informant tip you off that somebody has kidnapping victims and is doing a whole bunch of egregious activities like drug trafficking and several many narcotics in their possession and shit like that, you can understand the cops raiding said place.
Third time.
Because if we are living in the alternate timeline where they did this and Afro Man really happened to be a fucking weirdo, terrible person, we would want those cops to bust his ass.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're wrong about it and you
Mm,
just kicked the shit out this man's door, broke his gate, and went through all his shit and took his money, and you not gonna fucking say, oops, our bad, and give him some type of retribution, that's the fucked up part.
yeah, I agree.
That's the fucked up part. And then
Mm.
Afro Afro Man is sitting on fucking trial. Did you see the suit that he had on?
Oh yeah, I love it. I want one. I'm one of the people that would want one of those suits. I
That's
love the comment that said he was dressed like the way Japanese anime creators depict Americans.
yeah, with the big fro and the shades.
With the American flag shades, the American flag suit. Like
The so
I,
y'all
I can get along with that kind of, outfit design choice.
the suit
But
the suit was basically the American flag, but just like over and over and over and over and over and over.
yeah.
Nobody can say he didn't go dressed up. He was wearing a suit and a blazer.
Mhm.
He had slacks, blazer shirt, everything.
American flag sunglasses.
Oh
No,
my god.
you're damn right I peeped the suit. I was jealous. I like that suit.
But
I'm a weird guy.
But the biggest thing about it though is what's nice is that Afro Man won. He
Mhm.
won the lawsuit because so they hit him with the defamation, so he countersued and was like, "Well, I'm gonna sue y'all for the damages." That instantly got thrown out, but he still had to go through the defamation suit, and he was on trial for I want to say maybe like not too long. I want to say maybe like a few weeks, like 1 week, 2 weeks, something like that. But he won, and it goes to show that it's great to know that as long as you're not physically hurting anybody, a public figure such as a officer can is not above being, you know, joked about.
Mhm.
And in this case, it's nice that these people that did stuff that was less than stellar, Afroman is like, yo, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And the judge was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. Now, what is funny, which I have to admit is kind of funny, is as long as some of these videos were, of course, they are evidence. So they pulled them up in court and played all of the shit in its entirety. So the cops who didn't like said videos had to sit there and watch in its entirety all of
That
these videos
that
being
one
played.
girl being on the stand, listening to the
Lisa,
video, and
Lisa,
then the camera pans to Afro Man
bobbing his head to the hip.
staring at her the entire time the video plays. Just, it was fantastic.
Bobbing around and shit. Afro Man was vibing to all his. Can't nobody say Afro Man didn't make music that he himself wouldn't listen to. He
Hmm.
was bobbing to everything that got played in there. And what's funny too is not only was some of the videos long, but he made like 10. So they had to play all of it.
It was great.
And
Sometimes
when another thing everybody talk about too is the dude Randy Walters and Afro Man, where he said, "Is a son of a bitch is why I fucked his wife and got stinking rich and all that shit." And the cop is like, "Well, yeah, but of course we know that not everything that we see is real." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Of course not." He's like, so, but Afro Man is insinuating that you cheat on your wife. He's like, right, but we know that's not real though. And the dude gonna
I
say,
don't know.
"I with the most serious face," and then like, you don't know that Afro Man is cheating on your what? What?
I don't know that.
If you don't sit your ass down, get the fuck
Nigga,
out of
the whole point of a defamation case is it's not true. But you're literally saying you don't know if it's true or not. You just counter your own case. What?
my. Not to mention the fact that
He's
we all
also
know
thinking
it's
that
not
his
true.
wife is sleeping.
What the fuck?
I don't know that. He could be.
And he said, like I said, he said that with the most serious fucking face. Like, I don't.
I don't.
If you don't sit your ass down. So again, I watch a lot of videos, or not videos, but content creators that they talk music, namely rap, but just music in general online. So of course, a lot of people are
Oh
talking,
yeah, you were gonna hear about it. Hmm.
and I I am very happy that we are living in the timeline where fucking because I got high, fucking sat on this judge bench and fucking very eloquently, if you listen to Afroman talk, very fucking intelligent, very eloquently sat up here and fucking stated his claim and won.
Yeah,
So this shit
it's
is fucking hilarious.
it's a nice choice of words there because I also had an idea of how I was going to start the episode because we hadn't talked or had one of these in a minute. As you pointed out last week, we hadn't had one of these in a minute. So I didn't get a chance to tell you and everyone
You're
just how happy I am.
oh,
I am happy, Jazz. No sadness for me.
and not just because of Afro Man winning.
Oh, no, no, not just because of that. I said before you even brought up the topic, I was going to start it by talking about how happy I am. But do you know why, Jazz?
I was just about to say, why you happy, man? I know it's
I
something
did say
sports.
it's been a few weeks.
I know it's
We
some
haven't
sports.
been able to talk for a few weeks.
Is
But you
it?
see, February, beginning of
Oh, wait,
February,
I'm
times
trying to
were
remember
looking
who
bleak.
the. Oh yeah,
Beginning of February, times were looking bleak.
you're
Super Jazz.
you're happy
The movie,
because
the movie that we had seen over and over and over again was playing out in real life in front of us. But in the last time, an unlikely hero approached. I mean, he didn't really do much. It was mainly his running back, but an unlikely
I
hero
would
stood
say
up. I say
you're happy
unlikely hero
because
because I talked shit about him. Ladies
Bad
and
Bunny was
gentlemen, Sam Darnold
every
somehow
time you say
pulled
his
it off.
fucking name.
Somehow pulled it off and won the Super Bowl. Got rid of those damn New England Patriots.
Those damn
Ah, it's
Dudleys.
a good
You
time. It's a good year.
hear
It's
me?
a good time. Yeah, the damn Dudleys. It's a damn good year. The good stuff. Sam Darnold. Put some
God
respect
damn,
on it.
say that man's name
Put some
normal.
respect on it. Sam Darnold. Put
Oh,
the
every other time
emphasis.
you said it like you were fucking
I said
saying.
Sam Darnold.
No, you said it
That's what
with
it is.
guts.
Yeah,
I had to
Sam
know your name.
Darnold. I put emphasis on the Darnold. And I'm still putting emphasis on the Darnold. Now, next season, it maybe you go back to darn it, but it doesn't matter. You always are good in my book when you beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So good times there. Good job, Sam Darnold. Couldn't do that in Carolina. Don't know why. Couldn't do it in the three other teams you played before Seattle. You finally figured it out. Good shit, you. It's
That's the
like when
most
Nick Foles.
backhanded
It's
ass.
like when Nick Foles left the Rams, but then he beat. Well, left the St. Louis Rams, but then he beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl
That's
for
the most
Philly.
backhanded fucking compliment. Also, good job. Now we know all the other times where you fell short. You
I don't
fucking
know why. I just said I don't know why he couldn't have done it in Carolina. That would have been nice.
that would be
It
like
would have been nice if he figured it out when he was on the team that I root for, but he
that would be
didn't.
like
He played like he
if
played in New Jersey.
that'd be like if when the day comes that you win a fucking Oscar and or not an Oscar, but let's say you're getting like a big time award for like acting, and I have to introduce you because
It's like an Oscar.
I'm your best friend, and I'm an actor, or whatever.
It's like an Oscar.
Shout out to Big Bro. And then but no, I say I get to introduce you because you don't give a big speech as a presenter, so
Oh,
I
okay.
give a speech to bring you out and shit. And I'm like, yeah, man. So let's bring out my boy Amari Ellis that I call Pete sometimes, man. I'm so happy that you won this mug. Now I don't know why you couldn't win it a few years ago when you got nominated, or you did that one movie and that motherfucker tanked like shit, but you won this time. It's like, bro, what? That's not shut the fuck up.
It is what it is. There's enough nuance and the differences between those scenarios, but I get your point. The bottom line is I'm happy. Sam Darnold's good in my book now.
Not as exciting of a game that I know everybody would have wanted.
Oh, not at all, but I don't care. It was exciting ending. It was an exciting ending. A halftime show. I didn't understand a single word, but
But it
I
was dope
understood it
though.
was a good vibe and everything.
It was dope.
Um, Apparently, I found out the day after that even if I did speak Spanish, I still would not be able to understand what he's saying.
Why is
Apparently,
that?
he does like an equivalent of he uses a lot of slang and mumble, and we're damn near the equivalent of mumble rap,
Oh shit.
but Spanish. But at the end of the day, it sounds good, vibe, dance.
You
Not
know,
saying anything wrong with it. People enjoyed themselves. I'm
he
not
is
gonna
like
be
the
up
biggest
here talking
artist in the
about let's
world too,
watch
I think.
ball with the ball, whatever. Which that sucks that Kid Rock did that thing because I like the song Ball with the Ball. But damn, it's hard for me to like. I hate the fact that it's the year 2020 and you have to hate everything. You're not allowed to enjoy life because
These
someone's gonna dig
motherfuckers.
something up, or someone's gonna make a decision in modern time, real time. In the case of Kid Rock, there's gonna be some last second thing to be like, by the way, you're a terrible person for liking this thing they did a lot of years ago because they're a shitty person because now they've been revealed to be a shitty person. And I'm like, God damn it, I hate the world we live in.
Well, nobody's gonna retroactively say you're awful because you used to like the Cosby Show, or you're awful because when Diddy came out with Every Breath You Take, like his rap version of that, like all of a sudden you're awful because you liked it. So if you used to like Ball with the Ball, ain't nobody gonna fucking hate you now. So
But if you still want to listen to the damn song, they sure as hell would make you say that, now wouldn't they? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, here's this thing from 20 years of my life or more of my life that, has been this is cool. But the second I get caught seeing it in public, everyone's got an opinion of me, and now I'm a piece of shit because I listened to a song
well,
that
you
I've been listening to
you
my whole
saying
life.
it, you're saying it in the sense of because you liked it at one point.
No,
Period.
I started liking the song when I
Right.
was younger and didn't know
I'm,
anything about the guy. But if I were to listen to it today, because it's a song I've been listening to for the
I'm
past
with you.
20 years,
I'm with
and
you.
someone heard me listening to it, they would call me a piece of shit
I'm with
because
you.
I'm listening to it in the year 2026.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. But these motherfuckers really did an alternative halftime show just because they had the first halftime show
Yeah,
with
that was so stupid. That was so
just
stupid.
because it wasn't in
I'm so
English.
mad that Kid Rock was part of it.
Like,
Like,
I'm sorry, we do not get political on
like
whatever
Team
we
Red
want.
can do some things that they want to do, but
We don't get political on whatever we want on purpose. But that is the most prejudice ass, racist ass shit. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because it is unfathomable to me that someone could be that motherfucking just egregiously offensive.
yeah. And I was at a Super Bowl party that had a bunch of like older white people who, I'm just being honest, were not feeling Bad Bunny. But you know what they didn't say? Let's change the channel to Kid Rock's All American. They just said the same thing they said the past few times I went there, and it was a Super Bowl that wasn't for their demographic. What? Who is this? Can't we get so and so? One old white dude, kept making a Bugs Bunny joke. Like, it's Bugs Bunny. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. Like, okay, we
That's
get
such
it.
a dad joke. That's corny as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And he was somebody's dad too. Oh, crazy thing at the Super Bowl party. This old nigga, I forget his name, but this old white dude, he just sitting there like he's like I don't know how old he is, but they're like, "Hey, Omari, this is insert name here, Dave or whatever." Hi, Dave Thomas. Nice to meet you. I don't fucking know what anybody's name is. Bottom
Hey,
line is, they're
Thomas,
like,
rest in peace, the dude who founded Wendy's. What the
dude,
fuck?
I have used that name as a go-to John Doe name so many times, Dave Thomas.
The
Uh,
motherfucker that founded Wendy's, nigga. Anyway, I'm
well,
sorry.
well, that's usually the response. People are like, "Wait, ain't that the Wendy's guy?" Like I'm at work trying to do example calls for people like, hi, so, how can I help you? Can I get your name, please? Yes, Dave Thomas. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. They're like, wait, you say Dave Thomas? What the fuck? Anyway, bottom line is they're like, here's cool old dude. And I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Omari. And I shake his hand. And the guy goes, is that a Missouri accent I detect? All I said was, hi, I'm Omari. Nice to meet you. Is that a Missouri accent I detect? I'm like, well, didn't really think I had an accent, but
Right.
I suppose so. I am from Missouri. Yeah, you're probably out there near what is it? Like Florissant or something, ain't you?
What
My first
motherfucking
thought, my
magician ass bitch is this?
my first thought was, okay, somebody told you.
That's what I would have thought too. That's what
You
I
know what
first
I
would have thought.
mean? But he did respond with the fact that he's from Chicago and he has spent so many times going back and forth to St. Louis and shit over the years and da 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 da. He's learned to pick up on different people from St. Louis, which I think talking with Bill off screen, Bill's like, well, I guess depending on how long ago it was, if you're coming in from the east, you're probably gonna be out near that part of the city a lot anyway, if you keep coming through. So maybe.
Oh, Chicago, Illinois East, yeah.
Yeah, if you're coming from the east, which is
Mhm,
Chicago,
mhm.
into there, you may cross. Yeah, it's supposed to the heavy city and stuff, depending on how you come into St. Louis. So it's like maybe, but damn, maybe he just like Florissant is one of the few city limits in St. Louis he knows, and he happened to roll, a nat
Fucking
20.
weird.
But it was like all I said was, "Hey, how you doing?" And I guess that's an accent. Sure, I have one. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Florissant, Missouri. You had to have lived in that area." I'm like, "Yeah, uh, what?"
That's that's crazy.
But no, that was funny,
Because nobody ever says, "Is that a Missouri accent?"
right?
The most you might have is St. Louis, or if you do have a Missouri accent, you got the people who live in the more outskirts who have like the
Uh-huh. That don't pronounce Missouri right.
yeah, but they have like they have more accents that sound like
It's
they
an
from down south
I.
type shit.
It's a fucking I. Missouri,
Um,
Missouri, not Missouri. It's not an
what,
A.
what was I saying? But yeah, because I think compared to most of the people in St. Louis, and even more so the black people in St. Louis, I don't think I have that much of an accent. I don't think you got that much of an accent. Obviously, I don't sound like people on the East Coast
Mm-hmm.
because when I lived in DC and everybody was like, "Oh, where are you from? You're not from here." They didn't know where I was from. They knew I wasn't from there because I didn't sound like them. But I would think the most I sound like St. Louis is I say here, there, shit like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't say
Oh,
here.
there.
Yeah. But I don't even super pronounce it like
I'm
some
not
people.
very theirs
Her.
unless I do it on purpose. Like
I do. It's natural.
Er day 240 on my fucking stream thing for streaming every day, and I go day 240. That's on purpose, but I don't say that's not how I say
I
every.
do. I do. But like I say, most people St. Louis would be like, "Come over here right quick," and I'm just like, "Hey, come over here." Like to me, it slips out. It's more of a, but
Yeah,
it's
you
there.
still said here.
No, I say, "Come over here."
Hmm.
Nah, come
I'm
over
from
here.
I'm from St. Louis, so maybe my ear is my ear's trained to just hear words the way they're supposed to be.
But see,
But
you said my ear. I would have said my ear. There's a difference. You didn't hear it? You didn't fucking hear
what did
it?
you just say? Her it there? Because it sounded to me like you said here. Um,
That's him. I said here. Yeah,
it's
like
not
like.
enough of one to where it annoys me like some of the other times where people are like going extra hard with it. Where I'm
But that
like,
is
nigga, you don't
crazy.
talk that way. Talk it more natural.
Oh yeah, that is crazy though. That dude was able to be like. I guess
Florissant, Missouri. Not not St. Louis. Not fucking I don't know Jennings. Not Ferguson, which was on the news.
Ferguson got big because of what happened, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I always say I'm straight out of Ferguson.
That actually
What? Is
not
that inaccurate?
that's not
I went to the Ferguson Florissant School District. Like
not super.
I'm a trade out of her. Crazy motherfucking name.
That's what they name Omar E.
I don't know. Fail G. I don't fucking know. That
Uh,
name.
straight out of the Lou. Crazy motherfucker named J.
T.
to
Tucker? Oh, Tuck.
Did you not catch it? You didn't catch it. It was dumb as hell.
Yes, I know. No, the dumb as hell part I understood.
Like, no, no.
The dumb as
I
hell part
didn't
I
I
understood.
didn't catch it
I just
because it was
like
stupid.
J. I just heard J2, and I'm thinking the number two, and then you say Kerr, and I'm like Tucker, and I'm like, ah, Tuck. Oh, damn,
Shout
that's
out
even
to
more dumb.
shout out to a battle rapper named J2. Goes by
Okay.
J2.
Okay.
He's actually really fucking nice. Um, did you have any more to say about the Super Bowl though?
Uh,
Because that
Patriots
was supposed to be a
lost.
side story, but
Patriots lost. In other sports news, and it depends on what you call a sport. I call it a sport, even though I don't call the participants athletes, because
I'm listening. I'm just yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. Esports, if you will, fighting game stuff. Stuff's been going on. Capcom Cup happened. That was fun. And we got another millionaire now in the FGC. And of course, like the last two Capcom Cups, it was the motherfucker everybody thought it was going in. JK. It was someone else, someone fucking random. Well, Kakaroo wasn't random. Kakaroo at least had, I think, an
I
Evo
don't know what the
Japan
fuck
to his
you're
name.
talking about.
But so
Beating around
fighting
same
games.
things.
There's games and people fight. You've played them before. One of them's called Street Fighter 6, and Capcom is the company that makes it, and they have a pro tour throughout the year with various tournaments. You, depending on how you place, you get invited to the finale, which is Capcom Cup. And as of Street Fighter 6's release, the winner of Capcom Cup at the end of the year wins $1 million. This is our third millionaire that we've had as of this year. And my joke was when I said, just like the last 2 years, it's exactly who you think it's gonna be.
Because it wasn't.
It wasn't who it's gonna be, and it wasn't the past 2 years, except for Kakaru has a better option for it to be, but I still don't think anyone had him as, or the majority of people had him as the winner last year. But the first year, some dude named Uma won and then proceeded to never enter any other tournaments ever again. Uh, Kakaru won the second year, and he proceeded to end up being medically unable to continue playing. So he's retired because of medical reasons.
Yeah, kidding.
Uh, and then this year it was some motherfucker that people really hadn't heard of and according to a friend of mine, started playing like a month. He quit Fortnite like a month before he entered the one tournament that helped him qualify for Capcom Cup, and then he ended up winning some fucking Fortnite kid who probably is done with fighting games now. So it's just funny that we got 3 millionaires. Meanwhile, the heavy favorites going in each year like Mena RD, who's a guy from the Republica Dominicana or the Dominican Republican, or the Dominican Republic.
Hmm.
It's that Dominican Republican. But Dominican Republic, he is pretty much, as far as overall tournament results wise, the best player of Street Fighter 6 right now.
That's crazy.
He's won Evo Prime. I think he's won Evo Japan twice. He's won a ton of other tournaments. He's always in the top eight. Um, he only thing he hasn't won is for Street Fighter 6 Capcom Cup. He did win a Capcom Cup in Street Fighter 5 playing Birdie. That was, but one of the things that pissed people off about Capcom Cup, not even who won and stuff, because half the people weren't allowed to see who won till a week later. Because Capcom decided to do something that they immediately had to backtrack on, and I don't think that they're doing again. But they had to go through with it to a degree because it had already, you know what I mean, been ruined for this year. Capcom's esports division and their fighting game and their developers weren't really on the same page of the idea for this game. So when it came time for Capcom Cup, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna make it pay-per-view, where you gotta pay money to watch it on this one specific Japanese site." if you watch it alongside somebody, or if you share any footage of it, or if you're like even if you're watching it on a screen, but it's not visually on screen, but you're like talking about it with somebody else who's watching it on their own stream. If you're streaming it, you can get banned. You can get like
Damn.
copyright struck. Don't talk about it for a week. You can't talk about it until we release it on fucking YouTube ourselves a week
So
after the
fuck a watch
live
along.
event. Exactly. No watch alongs.
Shit.
But
That's strict as fuck.
yeah, and at first it was some stupid amount of money. Eventually, the developers for the game, after having to apologize, because of course they're the people that get blamed for this marketing department, they come out and apologize, and they work with them to find a way to where it was like significantly cheaper, but still technically pay per
Still a good
view.
amount. Yeah.
And they made it where, as far as watch alongs and being able to watch it for free went, all the early preliminary rounds of the final event, the first 3 days or so, would be free to watch, and you can restream or watch along.
Not
But
being
the
able to
top 16 pay-per-view
not being able to talk about what happened
on social
in those
media, no,
for a
not for
week.
a week.
That's
Don't share
insane,
no
dude.
fucking footage or nothing.
We
I'm
all
like,
watch
okay,
wrestling.
yep,
We know about, of course, boxing when they have it. I watch Battle
hmm,
Rap, which does their pay-per-views often.
yeah,
And when the events happen, motherfuckers talk about this shit the same night.
yeah. Now, what
So
I
to
will
sit
say,
back and say you can't talk about it for a week, that's crazy.
what I will say is. Yeah, there's the whole you can't talk about it. Now, I will say it's really hard for them to enforce something about them not talking about it on social media. Now, maybe if you put a fucking
Algorithm is smart.
clip, yeah, like if you put a clip or something, that it's easier for them to find you and, hey, take that footage down. But I'm pretty sure if you just said something, they were every single person. Like I probably could have said something and been fine. Like
Again, you never fucking know.
exactly. I'm not trying it, but I could have
That's
said something.
crazy.
Anyway, they're clearly not doing that again next year because
Fuck
of the
no, they better
shitstorm they got from it.
not.
But then a whole bunch of other shit happened. Different patches for multiple games come out. Not sure if you played Marvel Rivals or seen that. Been playing a
No, I
lot of
haven't.
that
I'm
lately.
so out of the FGC loop, man.
Well, Marvel Rivals is a shooter, but the that's fair.
I need to get back in it. I'm so out of because I love watching. Like I say, I don't really play the games for real. Like I said, I haven't. I will go to people's houses and play, but I haven't owned the system since PS2. People are like, I'm like, yeah, I haven't owned the system since PS2. I know. I will still play them at people's houses. I've played games since, but have yeah. But anyway, but I still love to watch high. And you know this. Watch highly competitive
Hmm.
fighting game or whatever, like competitions on YouTube and shit. But I've just been out of the loop though. Um,
Yeah.
but I was gonna ask you this though: is pay per view to however much that you have to pay? Is pay per view a thing within the fighting game community?
No.
I'm about to say because I was
So
like, no offense to what the competitors put in, but I was wondering what people paid to see people play a fighting game anyway.
technically people will people pay? People will pay for anything. Now, if the amount that you were ideally looking for, obviously that's a different scenario. But so as far as pay-per-view goes with the FGC, I'm not an FGC historian, but I guess I am for the channel. Uh,
Between the two.
the main thing I can go, because you said, is it a thing? No, not really. The closest thing back in the day, around 2010, when things were first starting to pop up with streams and stuff for the FGC, there used to be, ironically, also initial CC, Canada Cup. And they had a thing. It was with Street Fighter 4 as the main game. It had a couple other ones, but it was mainly a Street Fighter 4 thing. And it was known for its world themed team tournaments. Like you had like a 5v5 or 3v3, or usually a 5v5 tournament of teams from different countries. So you had your US, your Japan, your EU, your, whatever teams. and doing stuff like that. You may have had one or two for those. Uh, and people loved watching it. And then there was a year where Lapchi, the guy who ran it, got the idea, you know what, let's charge for it. We're gonna charge it 8.95. I remember the amount because the shitstorm he got for trying to charge 8.95 became such a meme that for the longest, when people were talking about monetizing anything, the FGC is like, oh, 8.95, 8.95 real quick, 8.95, 8.95. And then it kind of idea of pay-per-view kind of just went away. The other closest thing I could think of to pay-per-view, the two other things I could think of before Capcom Cup where they did remotely anything pay-per-view is like if Evo on any particular year would have made chatting something where you had to be sub to the channel in order to chat.
Hmm.
If it was like sub only chat. But that's just to cut down on toxicity in chat because people are a lot more, even if it's only $5, people are still a lot more hesitant to try and get banned on purpose if they got to spend $5 to get banned.
Yeah,
um,
you cut out the riffraff that way. Yeah.
and the other thing that even comes close to a pay-per-view at a fighting game tournament would have been Fighter Fest, which I think was still free except for like paying tickets to come in. But the AEW thing. Actually, I think Fighter Fest was free. I think the pay-per-view, the Worlds Collide thing before that
Mhm.
was paid. But that wasn't us. That wasn't you weren't paying to see the fighting games. You were literally paying to see a wrestling pay-per-view style
Right.
card.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
obviously you'll pay to watch the fighting game in person, the tournament in person.
Yeah.
We did that. That was a fun time
But
when I did
yeah,
that with
but
y'all years ago.
you
But to
theoretically
watch
could
pay per
also
view of it,
participate and do other things
yeah,
while you're
the
there.
pay per view of a fighting game just sounds insane to me. But then again, that's why I'm like, I don't know as much as you would about that.
Yeah, it people were scared that it was gonna set a standard, but I think the shitstorm that came behind it died that down real quick. The
Now,
idea of
who's
it
to
becoming a
say
standard.
10 years in the year 2036, and maybe it will be? Who knows?
Well, to be fair to Capcom Japan, Street Fighter 6 is probably the biggest Street Fighter's been as far as popularity wise in a long time.
Oh wow.
And as far as Street Fighter League Japan, as in watching it in Japan, on TV and stuff, watching the Japanese version of the Street Fighter League, that website they used for Capcom Cup, Street Fighter League Japan version was only available on that website, and they had a lot of Japanese people paying to watch it. So they're like, yeah, let's just do it globally for Capcom Cup. That's also why this was the first Capcom Cup that took place in Japan. Usually it was in America, but now the
Uh,
game's so big in Japan, they don't need to leave.
yeah.
They don't need to leave to guarantee they'll have a big audience or nothing. It's
Ah,
here.
okay.
We're in Japan. It's big
Right.
enough in Japan to where they can make money, have some cool presentation. There was this dude that was sick on the guitar doing some cool riffs, better than the year they had the DJ with the iPad. This year they had a guy actually playing on his guitar. Look, that was a trend for a while. Dudes calling themselves a DJ, but really they pre-mixed the stuff at home and just kind of came and pressed play on their iPad, hooked up to the aux and danced with it. Not hating on the dude himself. It definitely was a trend for a while.
It ain't your thing. I got you.
Well, it was a if you're gonna be a DJ. You know what I mean? Or
I'm sorry.
fucking
What was that? What was
you know what I mean?
it? One more time for me, please.
You got you know what I mean? So you're gonna do the thing.
Oh
You know
shit.
exactly what I mean. You like
I know
mixing
what
the
you mean. I just
records, take the tapes off and flip the switches, ones and twos, 808s and heartbreaks and all of that. But if you want to
very
mix
controversial
stuff, if
people.
you want to make a mix on your own that you put on like your YouTube or something like that, cool. But you hear it Sorry.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I think I just swallowed wrong when I drank the last drink. But if you hear live in front of a lot of people, I need you to be mixing or doing something when you perform it as opposed to press play. Like, at least do the switching and the switchboarding and have some deep. I want to see the skill. Why are
A lot,
you on my stage? I can go on stage and call myself a DJ doing that,
a lot
pressing
of people
play.
agree with you too, didn't they? Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like I
Okay.
said, like he probably mixed it on his own and stuff cool, but presentation, man. It
Oh,
actually, you know what? That's even better presentation wise. Get some fucking fake CDs. I don't fucking fake records on a thing, and you know when the mixes is happening. You made it. You made the mix. You know what I mean? Lip sync singers who have legit talent still get up on stage and lip sync from time to time.
I remember years ago, Common, shout out to Common, one of my favorite rappers, came to St. Louis around the 4th of July. This was years ago. Shout out to Ibn Big Bro. We went to see Common free. They do free concerts, and it had gotten flooded. He's supposed to perform around the arch steps. It got flooded, so he ended up performing by the Soldiers Memorial. If I remember, it was Common. It might have been somebody else, but I think it was Common. Anyway, if it wasn't Common, it was someone else or whatever. I'm speaking wrong.
It
Anyway,
was rare.
uh, but like what you were saying, one of the dudes there, he starts scratching the record. At one point, he starts going off scratching whatever, whatever. And if you looked really close, if this is the record and this is the hand, he's about right here. And I was like, when I noticed, I said, this dude lip scratching. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean that, and I hear
That's what you're
you,
talking about,
but
man.
I'm like, at least if you get some like fake things on
At
there,
least he
you can
attempted.
put your hand on there, and you can sell. Take something off, put something on.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You can
Yes,
you
I
can
do. I
do
do.
that, and people are like, okay, you sell enough of the illusion. The camera's cutting around the arena and stuff anyway. And oh, they cut to you. Oh, he moved the switch and the sound changed. When he moved
Oh,
the
man.
switch, he's doing enough. Well, yeah, he could either crossfade or just fucking turn something down or turn another thing up, whatever. There's a lot of levers he can do something with on a board to make it look like he's performing.
I'm done. I'm done.
Doop
I'm
a
done.
doop
I'm
doop a
done.
doop a doop a da. Dip the dip the dip doo wop a dooby doo. Prefer I
Oh,
said
shit.
that? Get that reference. Dip the
Do it
dip
again.
the dip the dip doo wop the dooby doo.
I know. What is that?
Boogity 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 shooby doo wop shoobop shabba labba 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 deepity boop de boop wabba labba loo bop wop bam boom. We score each other like a wop bop loo bop wop bam
Not
boom.
seen that
Just
movie.
like my brother. Shabba labba 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 seem to deep pop. Chang chang changity chang shabop. Yeah, it's from Greece.
Right. That's what I haven't seen the movie.
Did you see the play?
Rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John.
You
Haven't
never
seen
even
the
saw the
first.
play?
Haven't seen either.
How dare you?
This is kind of true. I can't give it.
I'm not even saying it because it's a cultural icon. You missed me. And this is in high school.
Did I see you in that?
My high school definitely did it in high school.
Because I know I saw you in Little Shop of Horrors, and I saw you in Guys and Dolls.
You're
I
going
don't remember.
backwards.
I don't think I saw you in Grease.
Fair enough. I fell through the set once. That
I
was
didn't.
fun.
I definitely didn't see that performance.
Yeah, so there's this character in Greece named Eugene. He's a nerd.
Okay.
And that's the whole joke of the character because the thing came out in the 50s. So of course that's all you needed to be. Uh I, even though I've been known as a nerd or geek throughout the majority of my life, I am happy to say a lot of the tropes associated with being a nerd or geek avoided me. Yes, I got bullied, but I was never shoved in a locker. I never had anything stupid like that. But I also know that, especially in the early 2000s, that people found that funny whenever it happened to a nerd. So I'm like, well, in the background, what if since y'all are supposed to be the cool kids, y'all shove me in a locker, in the background. That'd be a funny little visual gag. Like, ha ha ha, they get this stupid nerd out of here. Because obviously, being a nerd in something like that, where the main characters are the cool kids,
The
the
cool guy.
nerd's annoying.
Right, right.
So people are gonna want to see him bad things happen to him. Anyway, we didn't have functional lockers on stage. Also, where the lockers, it was locker doors up against the wall. Also where the lockers were on a flat, not flat. Uh, they were on a thing, but it was
Riser,
elevated. It's been a
that
long
right?
time since I've
That right?
been
Riser, I think it's called.
sure. Anyway, it was elevated, is whatever I'm talking about. I'm talking about the thing, normally
Mhm.
thing, but it's an elevated thing of that.
I got you.
Bottom line is, you got to go steps to walk across it. But the thing with the lockers was a separate piece from the thing that we walk on.
Okay.
Walk on is leaning up against it to give the illusion they're all one thing, but they're two separate things.
So
This became no more evident
there
than
was a
when we
gap.
decided, huh?
There was a gap between it.
No, no, they, as far as you can tell, the plush, two separate things. They
I
look
got
like they're one thing.
I got you. I think
Um,
I'm with you. I feel like I am with you.
So we could they weren't the lockers weren't functional, I already said. So we're like, fine, it'd probably be too distracting anyway to shove me in the locker in the background when people should be focusing on the dialogue. So we'll just have a little bit of blocking. You're walking this way, cool kids walking that way, pushing to the locker. Boom. Ah, keep going. Same kind of thing. We bully the nerd, quick laugh, we good. Comes time to do things. Now you know me. When I sell, I sell.
If you, I'll put it like this, and I mean this in no
No,
slight.
well, back in high school, when I sell, when I sold, I
Look,
sold.
that's what I was gonna say. I mean this in no bad way. I really mean this in like a good way. But if you choose to be too much, you will be like yeah. So yes, that's what
Yeah,
I mean.
if I'm selling,
That's what I mean.
I
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
selling. I was not expecting dude to put any strength into it because stage combat
You barely
tells
touching
you
me, Ariana.
the responsibility for selling the hit is on the victim.
Right.
So again, I'm here to sell. So he walks by, and it's like my opening night because we had two different casts, a green cast and a brown cast. Some people from like that were either in between or a part of the tech may have come up with their own cast. You might have heard based with the same coloring name scheme based off of this whole event. Anyway,
These nuts cast. Right. I got
uh, Nick, I said color scheme.
you. Ah! Hey, well,
Oh,
you said green or brown, and what
I
color am
said
I?
same color naming
You know
scheme.
what I said?
You said, what color
You
are
said
you?
green or brown, and what color am I? And I said the D's nuts. So there you go. Yes, I know what you're
Anyway,
talking about. It's the same first
but
letter as your name. Hey.
yes, anyway. I know you know what I'm talking about, especially when you said that shit. I'm like, what the color? But
Give me a nice shade of these nuts to
anyway,
fill in
dude
these
walks
trees.
past, dude walks past and does the push. I already prepped to go too hard.
Oh shit.
Dude, crash into the thing. Good news. Got a big pop from the crowd. Funny. Ha ha ha! So, mission successful. However, as I pointed out before, these are not one conjoined set piece.
Right.
And momentum has to go somewhere. So as I push into the locker and oversell the push with the strength added, it pushes that platform back a bit.
Wow.
And I start going in between. And I catch on. I'm scared for my life. I think Bill and Mr. Director Man at the time, I do remember his name and how to pronounce it. I just don't. If you've watched enough of our show, I don't necessarily like giving real names out for people.
Like,
But
you were like what, 16 at the time, 17?
17, 18-ish.
Yeah, so you like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
17,
like
because senior
17, like,
year.
oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm fall, and sure enough, I, I get out safely. Clearly, I'm here talking to you today.
Oh yeah, of course.
No injuries and stuff, but it was a terrifying moment. And I just remember coming after the play, like one of the people walking up who had been to a few of my shows. He was more of an acquaintance in high school, but we were always on cool terms. And the dude walked up to me and he's just like, dude, that was so hilarious when you did the thing. You were all, oh. I'm like, I'm
Like
glad you
you were,
enjoyed it. Like
like you
I
were
planned
supposed
it.
to fall. Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, the way I felt it, the way I was going, well, obviously, I sold the falling and being scared to death because I was. I'm like, oh shit, I made a terrible decision. I made a terrible decision, made a terrible decision.
It's like, oh man, when you were so scared, you had me believing you were really fucking fearful and afraid. Like, because I was, motherfucker.
I do wish I could sing though, because
I wish
I'm
I could.
sure you've heard the song Beauty School Dropout.
Yeah, beauty school dropout. Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't heard the whole thing. Yes.
technically, if you look at the script, the person singing the song is supposed to be the actor that plays Eugene.
Oh, but they changed it because you can't sing.
Yeah.
I
Now,
remember.
now, granted, one of the because we had two different casts, which I just mentioned. One of the guys they got to sing it. Oh no, he got to sing "Born to Hand Jive." I don't think that's the same as the Beauty School Dropout
Thought you were
song.
about to say something else.
No, not "Born to Hand Job," though we did make a lot of jokes about that. And fun fact, on the last night that he did emphasize the B on the very last time he said it. Put the hand job, baby. Like he said job and emphasized the B.
On purpose, you said job.
Yes. Oh no, like we Greece has some language in it anyway, and but and they tried to clean up a lot of the lines because we are still technically in high school. But
Right.
because we're in high school and Greece takes place in high school, some of the students are like, but we do talk like this. High schoolers talk like this. You got to
That
get
is
over
true.
it.
I
And
was in
so
high
the
school. I
last
wasn't
night,
saying fuck and talking about pussy. So
yeah, the last night the cast took it on themselves to go ahead and say the lines as written. What are they gonna do? Get kicked out of the play? It's the last night.
did the director have any words with you?
Oh, he had some words, but at the same time, it was the last night. It wasn't too. No one really was that mad, and if they were, he didn't really let us share. I don't think I was part of the cast that did say it, but I definitely watched it because I was a background, even more of a background. I was a nameless background character on nights I wasn't Eugene.
Damn,
Um,
they just said that shit
but hey, we all take liberties. I took a liberty in
on yourself. Just
senior year. Senior year, I took a liberty in Godspell. There's a song called "You Are the Light of the World" or "Light of the World," and Godspell's an ensemble piece anyway, and everybody had the lines from the eight actors were split up amongst 20. So I wasn't gonna, and but either way, the talking part, the song I had, the part I had in the song was always a talking part of the song. Guy comes in going, "You are the light." He's like the beginning of the song. "You are the light of the world." Choir, "You are the light of the world." But if that light is under a bushel, it's lost something kind of crucial. You got to be bright to be the light of the world. And then whoever comes in for the next verse, the rest of them all sing. You are the city of God type shit. Shout out to my boy that had that line. I'll get to him in a second. But last night of the thing, I go out and I knew I was going to try to sing something, but I didn't know if I wanted to go low or high, but I wanted to get a reaction out of people. And I think I eventually talked to old dude because he knew I was doing it. He's like, go ahead and do it. He said, I think high would be funnier. I'm like, okay.
If you want
So
to
I
be too
get
much in the best way possible.
so I get out there, music starts up, boop boop bee, dee, 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 and I don't tell anybody else in the cast for real,
Oh
aside from my friend who's also in the play. And I'm like, should I do this? Damn it, everybody else, all the other seniors every other year got to do it, type shit. Fuck it, it's the last night. So I go out there. Sorry. And I'm like, you are the light of the world.
every other time your voice was not like that at all.
Every other
I know everybody's
time
like
I
that.
said it,
I
every
know
other
everybody else
time
was
I
like that.
talked, like the previous example, you
Everybody
are
else
the
had to be
light
like, what the
of the
fuck?
world. I'm like, you are the light of the
You got a whole
world.
bunch of what the fuck looks, didn't you?
A lot, yeah, I fucked people up on stage because they're like, you are the light of the world. Because they're like, wait, what? And then I cut back to talking. But if that light is under a bushel, it's lost something kind of
And then you
crucial.
just started talking again.
Well, I'm supposed to talk.
But I'm just like, what the fuck?
I thought it made sense anyway. If I show off, hey, here's me hitting the note. Yeah, I'm the light of the world. But now I'm talking. If that light is under a bushel, it's lost something kind of
You get the
crucial.
reaction from the
You
audience.
got that bright. I didn't care. To be the light. I got the reaction from the cast. It worked. That's all I'm saying. I got a reaction. I got the reaction from the cast, and then the director came to me like, "If I would have known that you could sing like that, I would have casted you in a different role."
Oh, well, so he wasn't mad then.
No,
Shit.
that motherfucker. He wasn't mad, but he was also trolling with that. Motherfucker knew what my talents were by that time.
Right, of course. That's the same director that you talk about where you say he was like, and he barely looked at his lines and then just had the whole thing memorized in about 2 seconds. Yeah, you tell me that shit. And you say you
Know
always
my
laugh like
talents.
you're like, no, no, ain't no way in hell I memorized that shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no idea. Like, did I know what Rebel Without a Cause was before that day? No. But did I know that I heard of anything with that movie? No. But did I look at the book once? The second I got on stage, they give me the book. I go and memorize the whole lines. No.
That's literally impossible to look at the book for like 2 seconds and have everything. That's literally impossible.
But for you folks out there, if you are at an audition and you have to wait while other people are going up on stage reading lines and shit, get off book.
As much as you can memorize, if you can't memorize the whole thing, okay, but as much as you can memorize and familiarize yourself with the paper,
Yeah,
the better you are memorized, whether it be 100% or even 30%, that looks better than being
that
0%.
that's memorization was my cheat code for a lot in high school or
Right.
just in general. It's like, all right, time to memorize this as fast as I can. But it also for me in general, even once you do get cast, or if you do get cast, getting off book fast helps you work more on the character and
Always,
delivery
always.
earlier than people who are still looking at the book. You're now, you got the lines, and now you're trying to get the, how do I say this?
Yes, always. Oh my, now we talking actor to actor right now. We didn't talk long enough, so we got to close it out. But I will say that yes, 100 trillion%. I always say that the most thing acting wise, if the thing that feels the most like homework is memorizing lines. But like you said, the second you got them things in your brain, second nature to where you saying without trying, now you can play.
And that also helps and makes you look better at the audition because you right here and you got the response. You're like trying to actually act, and they're trying to both read and act at the same time, which
Mhm.
plenty of people can do. There are shit tons of actors out there. I'm not saying anything about their skill when I say they're trying to do it at the same time. I'm just saying it optically looks better. It's an illusion you cast, or tell the truth, or you reveal the actual thing. Be like, yeah, nigga, it is me. I am him. I am he, or she, or they. It's 2026. Be what you want to be. That said, you said we're out of time, so we're gonna go into our
Facts.
ending
Word.
lines.
You gonna keep on rhyming
No,
like this is the timing. Is it my turn to chime in?
I don't know.
Maybe tell you something that's probably some sublime then. I don't
Tell
even
you
know if
what's sublimely magnificent.
I don't even know if I should probably stop and maybe just become a
Look at
mime then. But did I tell you that I'm him?
well, I'm him
Why then
because
would you try to bribe men
life
who
is great.
didn't even come back and tell you that they
Look
were
at
some
me.
side men? My bad, side bub men.
Look at this
Oh
man.
shit, no.
Look at this man.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Fantastic. I didn't even ask for the gator. I just asked for gold. But I got gator.
Did all y'all get your own colors like you
Yeah.
requested colors for your look? That's cool.
And the second he mentioned the idea of custom colors, I just said immediately, I want gold. I don't care what other colors you have. I want gold. And you're talking to me first about it, so I got the dibs.
Any
And
request?
then the only version of gold they had was alligator.
Oh, nobody else had gator?
No,
Oh, I thought it was everybody had gator in different colors.
everybody had different colors, but I had gold gator.
Oh, now that's cool as shit.
That's also why the belt has the gator, gold gator thing. Because of this, I'm like, I guess I'm just the gold gator guy now.
I thought everybody else had gators in different colors. Oh, that's cool as fuck.
It's
That's
because
amazing.
I'm me.
That's a
I'm
Mace Windu make my
over me.
lightsaber purple type shit.
Yeah, right, dog? Guy.
Anyway, anyway. Thank you all again for watching listening to the Whatever We Want podcast. And yes, if you would like to find us and follow us outside of the show on our respective socials, then you can go ahead and check me out on Instagram under the handle Forever Super Jazz. That's going to be all one word, the word forever spelled correctly, followed by SUPERJAZ. Also, as I say, oftentimes I am the artistic director of a theater company. So if you happen to be in the St. Louis area, or if not, you just want to stay up with all things that I am doing acting wise, you can go ahead and find and follow Aquarian Rising Productions on Facebook. So that's going to be AQUARIAN Aquarian Rising Productions. Go ahead and find the page on Facebook, give it a like. And also Instagram, we have official Aquarian Rising. Last 2 weekends of June. June 19th will be opening night. Last 2 weekends of June at the Jefferson Avenue Mission. We will have Fridays and Saturdays at 7, Sundays at 4. Yarns, stories and plays by Zora Neale Hurston, adapted for the stage by Gregory S. Carr, directed by yours truly. Zora Neale Hurston, who most people, everybody should know at least, wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God. Where can they find you, sir?
Hmm?
Where can they find you?
Oh, yes. They can find me here. They can also find me on Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is the Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. But yes, you can find lots of me here. You can find lots of this guy here. You can find lots of my boy Bill, who I've mentioned numerous times here as well. There's a lot of content on this channel. This channel's been around for over a decade, believe it or not. We'll see you guys later.
2016 was 10 years ago. Every time I think about that, it's crazy. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, and one of our early Dragon Ball things was like 2013, 14, and on
yeah,
this channel.
yeah, you're right. That was back when it was just the static image of the movie.
Yeah, the first two was Royal Jazzness,
Yep,
and then the rest were all here.
yep.
Raised.
And I was Jazz from Same Difference before I officially came up
Mm.
with my name, Super Jazz. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I think it might be time for SJ to make an appearance on TGHS and grace y'all with another movie. You tell me, we'll talk about it afterwards. But I was just thinking about that. Anyway,
I'm sure you've watched enough episodes to see at least one of the ones where fucking Randy Savage shows up looking for you. If you don't know what I mean. Where he does his fucking Randy's okay. I'll talk about it off. Yes, It's about time that you show up on the channel. Anyway, what are we gonna
Phone
talk
call
about?
is ready, motherfucker. What the
What are we
hell?
gonna talk about next week?
Oh, I forgot to say that on the last episode too. Shit. But what are we gonna talk about next time, Pete? Or
Whatever we
whatever we want.
want.
Shit, it's supposed to be me to you. You say it to me. There you go. Shit. My bad. Be nice to yourself, everybody.
Adios.